what up?
What up, killer?
Hey, not much, man. Glad to be here another week. You know how
Man,
that goes.
heck yeah.
So we hopping on this week to give you guys a new episode. Of course, we was juggling with topics and things of that nature. But first and foremost, I wanted to kind of speak on last week. You know, sometimes you gotta clear up some stuff, and I think what I said was taken out of context. So I think last week we was doing Cincinnati, or I was giving Cincinnati a huge shout out, and I guess the verbiage of me saying I was blown away by how competitive it was may have been taken out of context. I was more so speaking in regards to whenever I see an amateur show do numbers in like well above the 50s to the hundreds, I consider that a very competitive show full of competitors. I think when you have so many shows in a year and you still see those kind of numbers, it is an amazing thing to see. So I just wanted to shout out that area as a whole. By no means was I dissing any specific region of the United States of America, more so just picking up that specific place in that moment. So you got anything to add to that before I get messy?
I mean, thanks for clearing it up, I guess. I knew what you meant when you said it. You was actually giving props to that show and to that promoter, but somehow it got turned into a negative thing. But hey, thanks for clearing that up, man.
Yeah, sometimes we got to be clear and direct, concise. But I want to get messy for a little bit. We're not going to debate it here. I want to debate this in the comments or possibly on Instagram. But where is the most competitive places to compete, or who has the most competitive people? I think this is always going to be a never-ending debate. Like I said, I love.
Well, you have to clear that up because you said who has the most competitive people. Are you talking about state? Are you talking about organization? Just so people are clear,
Oh,
so
let's
nobody
go state. Let's go
comes after you.
let's go state or coast. And the only reason I'm doing this is just because I love the conversation and it keeps conversation going. Because I'm a proud North Carolinian. I'm going to represent North Carolina loud and proud till my face is blue. And I think it's something that's healthy for all sports. Like in basketball, they say, Cali versus New York. Those are the hotbeds for, basketball. For football, they're going to say it's Texas or Georgia or Florida. So I want to know what you guys and where you guys think will be the toughest places to compete, or who has the most competitive athletes. Let's leave it at that. Who has the most competitive athletes, East Coast or West Coast? So I want you to, if you're from the West Coast, rep your coast, because I think this also brings familiarity. It also brings you to the light for us to look at you and see what you're doing out there.
Absolutely, man. So, like you said in the comments, if you want to participate, where you from and why you think y'all the best.
Hey, love it. Because we got some hitters, but I ain't gonna name them. We ain't gonna take too much time on that. But man, the one thing I wanted to talk about this show is I think we're reaching the this isn't the apex, or this isn't the pinnacle of the season, but this is when it starts getting warm. This is when the heat picks up. This is like the preheat before the championship season. We're hitting that stride where we got shows back to back to back, and all of these shows that we're about to name are usually very competitive shows. So we have first coming up will be Florida Pro this weekend.
Yeah, we got Florida Pro. So let's just start there, man.
Okay.
I'm actually looking at the Instagram now because he usually do a highlight of the athletes that's coming.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. So
Okay.
yeah, Florida Pro is this Saturday and Sunday, and it's a 2-day event. The amateurs usually go on Saturday and the pros go on Sunday. I've done this show twice, 21 and 22. Great experience. What they do for the athletes is truly amazing. Just walking into the venue, man, they got the posters of all the previous winners of that show. And to me, that's pretty dope, man. So Other than that, man, like I said, it's a great show. I have nothing bad to say about that show. Some of the athletes that's going that I see posted. You got who is this? Dr. Duran Monroe. So he does that show every year too. He usually does bodybuilding and classic.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure he'll be doing both again. You got Jay Wright returning. You got Alec returning. You got the other Alec doing in classic. So the classic is going to be crazy. You got Mecca. I see Mecca's coming down to do bodybuilding.
Hey,
So,
turn up, Mecca. Okay.
right, yeah. So Mecca's doing bodybuilding. You got Kerry Parks. He's doing open masters and bodybuilding. So for the men, there's definitely going to be some hitters. Do you know any men's physique guys that's going down there?
One that tags us, Joshua Cox. He'll be out there. JC.
Oh, yeah.
He tagged us, and I know he said he welcomes all the smoke. He waiting for you guys to pull up on him. He said he wants all the smoke. He tagged us this morning and said he wants all the smoke for your people to show up. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's Public. Nathan's doing that show, who's been on a tear as of late. Who else is it? I forgot the guy's name. I need to know his real name. I think his name is Phil. He competes in the PNBA. He won Mr. America a couple years ago. He'll be there. So I think it's going to be a great show. Like we said, we had Daryl on the show. If you guys have not watched that episode, go back, check that episode out. I've been there 3 times, I think, so far. I never had any complaints about that show. Daryl has a wonderful production. He has great photos. Like I said, the swag that he gives each and every pro. I think the main thing that I can say about Daryl is Daryl and Holly, I don't want to forget Holly, is they treat pros like pros.
Right.
So if anything else does, you don't hear anything else about the Florida pros, just know the pros get treated like pros there. And he does a wonderful job with making all pros feel welcome. So moving on to the next show, it will be, man, oh man, memories from this place. Arizona Scorcher, man. What you think about the Arizona Scorcher this year, man?
I don't know. I never been down to Arizona. That's too far for me. So I know nothing about the Scorcher. I know it is a pro show. Last year, Derek won Classic. Did he do Classic? Yeah, he did. He did Classic last year in Arizona, and he won that. I'm not sure who won men's physique.
Where that thing at? Hold up. Let me see if I got it over here somewhere. I'm somewhere. Hold up. It's somewhere over here. I don't know. I gotta find it. But hold up, I found it. Never mind. I got dabber. So for the people who don't know, man, Arizona, I went out there 2 years ago. You know what I mean? So
you get a ring, don't it?
It was 110 degrees when I got off that plane. But Yvette gives out some bomb rings, you know what I mean?
Okay, nice.
So I went out there 2 years ago and won the show. So it has like she probably got new rings, but these are just the ones from 2021. So I mean, it's a great show, well-ran show. One of those things where it was in and out. I came back and watched the amateur shows. This year, from what I hear, it's going to be a stacked show. I have seen the roster. I'm not going to put no names out there. I have an athlete doing that show in 2 weeks. So
y'all people that don't got nothing to do with nothing. Seeing rosters is crazy, man.
No, I have an athlete.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got an athlete. So since I have an athlete going out there, I seen the roster, and I can say that show has shaped up to be a hitter. So good luck to everybody that's going out to Arizona. There was names on there that really shocked me, that surprised me. And yeah, I think there's going to be some names that surprise other people in about 2 weeks. But moving forward to the Hall of Fame 3 weeks or 4 weeks?
That's the week after
Arizona.
Arizona. So 3 weeks.
So we got the Hall of Fame. So back to back weeks, there would be shows. We will try to give you as much feedback, as much information on these shows after they happen each week. Of course, with episodes coming each week. But then we got Hall of Fame show. That's Sully's show, right?
That's Sully's show in Massachusetts.
Okay. So you may know a little bit more about that show. I know it's a pro show. What categories do they have there?
Man, don't get me to lying. I know it's pro men's physique.
Okay.
It's pro classic. I think this is his first year having pro classic. I don't know about we have to do better about covering the women categories, man.
We do.
We have to do better. And we actually had a plan for that this year. Mm-hmm. But some stuff got derailed or whatnot. But we might have to revisit that plan. So we can get the women covered for sure.
Nah, facts. No, but I think for Florida Pro, I'll definitely be able to report on the women. I plan on being there front and center, paying attention to what's going on. So with that being said, I'll be able to report back, probably get some good photos and things of that nature so we can actually highlight the production that gets put on in Florida Pro. Arizona, I will try to see if I have any feet on the ground to see if I could get photos and things there. And then Hall of Fame, of course, we'll try our best. But usually
Hall of Fame, one thing we did leave out about the Hall of Fame, Jessica Powell, she is getting inducted into the OCB Hall of Fame at that show. So that's something that's big happening at the Hall of Fame for sure.
Okay. Look at that. Okay, Jessica, congratulations. We will see and I guess hear that finally when it happens. And what else we have? I think, like I said, this is the part of the year where you got to hop on the train or the train will leave you at this point.
Right.
A lot of people are trying to qualify for these bigger shows because I think the last show for men and women to qualify, which of course we'll cover these a whole lot closer to the show, will be Presidential and Apex. I think those two shows will be really big shows this year, just from the landscape that I see. And I think what you said last week, man, has really hit home and resonated with a lot of people. We were talking about silent assassins and not doing this, and everybody's talking about they snipers, everybody talking about they shooters and everything like that. So we're gonna see who guns work when they show up to the gunfight.
I mean, right. And then I think I've seen a couple comments this morning from people interacting with the page. People are like, yo, I'm taking a silent approach this year. And like you, I think you said it before, when you take the silent approach, people are not bothering you. You can really get into your zone and do what you have to do. You don't have to be loud. Just show up. And once you show up, your physique will do all the talking it needs to do. So
yeah, and I wish we could do a whole nother episode on that, but we'll be basically talking in circles. But like I said, man, sometimes some people just set themselves up for a bigger disappointment.
Right.
Like usually, and I feel like there's multiple people who use multiple approaches, and we love this guy and he's amazing. But Marcus, he's a guy who cultivates energy from energy. I feel like he's internally motivated, but if you give Marcus a reason to be even more motivated, he's going to take it. So that's why I love Marcus, because it's like sometimes y'all fall into Marcus' game later on in the year if y'all want to. He gonna get somebody.
Right.
But he cultivates energy from other people, and I love it because we did that one year, and I think we pushed each other that year all year long. But then, as we know, Marcus takes silent approaches too. So
I mean, and then even you, I'm not saying you're not taking a silent approach this year, but I see you're being a lot more active on social media this year. Like, hey, you're showing people I took 1.5 years off. Now look at this body. Like, hey, I don't work.
Yeah.
And I got something to show for it. So shout out to you, man, because I know you try to keep quiet on social media when it comes to updating and showing your physique.
Oh yeah. Appreciate that.
And then another person I see that's starting to get active a little bit more is going to be your competition here down the road is Derek. Derek was quiet on social media for a while. Now I see he's kind of back active, posting his workouts and stuff. So, like you said, man, things are heating up. It's getting that time, and people want to show people, hey, I've been working. So, I love it.
Yeah, I think that's different though. I think like announcing and calling people out and doing that type of stuff. I mean, we're in front of the camera every week for these episodes, so
right.
I mean, people's going to hear us and hear us talk about certain things. But like I said, posting workouts, posting physique updates. I think at this point it's like Instagram still ain't real. Like I could post from a certain angle and look absolutely nuts, and then I'll look at a check-in that I sent last week and like it's the same body, just different angle. And I'm like, dang, like I need to, I need to do something.
Bro, and do you know what? I'm glad you just said that. The one thing I don't understand is when somebody is in the off season and they post their off season pictures, and of course they're 20 to 30 pounds above stage weight. People are like, "You look awesome! Oh my god, you." They got to cut that mess down. And once they cut it down, let's see what they look like. Telling somebody that they look good because they're 20 pounds above stage weight, and like that shit is stupid to me. I'm like, y'all, whatever.
And I think that's just like the people who don't know, like, right? Now if you're inside the sport and you're doing that, then shame on you. Tis. Tis. But I think like it's one of those things where I feel like if you've been super intentional about, your workouts, you've been super intentional about growing your body, then if the work has been done, I really like the reason I post now is I really could care less what people think about my physique. Like I used to try to hide it in. I ain't gonna say hide it, but it used to be like, oh man, I don't want people to see what I'm doing or whatever. But it's just like at the end of the day, if we both working, the work is gonna show on the stage. Like I could post my whole workout. Somebody going to probably look at it, go do it, and try it. And I'm going to be like, you're not going to get the same results. You know what I mean? It really doesn't matter at this point. So me posting updates is mainly for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, like I could see the progress. So if I see progress in this photo, I'm going to post. I'm going to be like, yo, I look better than I did last week and things of that nature. I think the main thing I've just been posting is my back. It's just because like my back used to be my weakest point. So now that I felt like I improved it, I was just like, oh, okay, I got me a new pair of shoes. Let me go ahead and show these things off. You know what I mean? So, but by no means am I anywhere close to what I think I should look like this year.
Right.
So, what is it? 17, 20 weeks to the Yorton?
Right. To be honest, I don't know. I don't know, man.
Well, I know I'm ahead of schedule than what I'm supposed to be. So,
no idea.
Sitting in the low 200s now, man, I'm feeling great.
Okay, low 200. Me too, man. Well, yeah, 202.
Yeah, I'm about 205, 545, somewhere around there. So
yeah, it's crazy because me and you actually talked about that. I think it was like last year. Like we weigh around the same. Like when we actually step on stage, like we weigh around the same. So that's pretty funny.
Yeah, it was like literally point something off from each other, and I was just like, what the heck? But no, now I think we're rambling. So we're gonna do one thing before we end this. You already know what we're about to say, I think.
Man, go ahead, man.
We need to shout out the sponsor, Chula. She sponsored this episode. So that's ChulaWear.com. Head over there, or is it Chula Fitness? ChulaWear on Instagram, ChulaFitness.com. Grab your stage shorts, grab your robes, grab your flip-flops, anything you need for the stage, you can grab from Chula. Using the disc. Oh, go ahead.
I'm smiling right now because I got some exclusive stuff sitting here in my lap that I can't share to the public yet. But I'm telling you, Chula is doing her thing. And when these things drop, my classic guys, listen, y'all better go get them because they are like that.
Okay.
I wish I could show these to y'all, but I can't. Because I don't want her getting mad at me and kicking me off the roster.
Right.
But hey, when these things drop, I'm going to need y'all to go get them for real.
Okay. So make sure when you're at checkout, use the code eShell10 or at Carolina Muscle for that discount. Remember, me and Jamal are both taking one-on-one online training clients. So if you're looking for lifestyle, if you're looking for posing, if you're looking for bodybuilding prep, I know I do all three. Do you do lifestyle as well, right?
Yes, but if you're looking to what is June right now, if you're looking to compete in July or August, do not come to me because that's not enough time to do anything. I'm
Fact.
just putting that. I'm just putting that out there. I'm not going to do you like that, and I'm not going to do a disservice to myself either. So,
Facts. So if you're looking for any type of coaching, we both are accepting one-on-one clients. So make sure you hit those Instagrams, E_Shell10 or Carolina Muscle. And lastly, like we said, go check out Chula. Use those discount codes, run them up, get you some stage shorts or some trunks. But until next time, peace.
and good luck to all the competitors competing this weekend, man, down in Florida. Go do y'all thing for sure.